Hello Mayfield, and welcome to our last video of the 2019-2020 school year. This is for my pre-algebra students as we are finishing up our digital learning. And we started talking this week about rational and irrational numbers. There was a suggestion for a video on question 11, which was the cubed root of 64. We did talk about that, ironically, in our check-in this week. So I'm not going to go through it again with you, but I will remind you that cubed root means a number multiplied by itself 3 times would give you 64. So whatever this base is that's being multiplied 3 times would be your solution. So to make a video, since I said I would, I looked at the submissions and I picked the one that was most commonly missed, and that was question 10. And in question 10, they were asking you to put these values on the number line. So let's start with what we know right away. Let's start with our rational numbers. Our rational numbers would be 2. Oh, I can do that right here. And 5 is a rational number, which would be somewhere over here, right? And these again are rational numbers because we can write them in the form a over b, where b is not equal to 0. So your whole numbers work because we can write them over 1. A fraction is a rational number. It might be easier for me to plot it if I make it a mixed number. So that becomes 2 and 2/9. So a little bit after 2 would be my 20/9. And now I'm left with my irrational numbers. And these are irrational because if I were to write them as a decimal, they would be non-terminating and not repeating. So the square root of 8 is an irrational number. I could estimate it as a fraction, and I do have some great videos for you to check out on McAfee and me if you're interested. But I also know that it's just below the square root of 9, which I know is 3. So if the square root of 9 would go here, then the square root of 8 is going to go just below the square root of 3. And then the last one that I have left is half of pi, pi divided by 2. Again, an irrational number because pi is irrational, non-repeating, non-terminating. If we divide by 2, we're going to get the same thing. Sorry if you're getting any background noise. We're making lunch in the kitchen next door. Since pi is approximately 3 14/100, but of course continues, then half of that would be a little bit more than 1.5. So if 1.5 is right here, then pi divided by 2 is going to be just past that 1.5 mark. And now I've placed my numbers on the number line. I think the question they're going to ask you to do is some drag and drop, which is also kind of fun. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. Remember that this is our last week of graded turn-ins. We will still have check-ins next week though, so we can kind of come together and get your feedback on how virtual learning went for you. Take care, be safe, work hard, and remember when things feel difficult, really that's a sign that you are learning. You did a great job this year. Bye.